This is Joshua Hart here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by Mark Tibbs today here over Zoom. Mark, I can see the sun is shining just about where you are. Training camp going strong. Not too long to go now until the rematch between Johnny Fisher and Dave Allen. How is everything? You're good?
Yeah, I could be more than happy. To tell the truth, Josh, it's been a we started off in America, I guess 8 weeks ago, and we're ended up here in Fuerteventura, and not too long now to go before we head back to Stratford, East London, Copper Box, 17th of May. Yeah, and big thank you to Adam Bailey here at Bailey's Gym here in Fuerteventura for introducing us to this gym. I've been here before years ago with Billy Joe Saunders, but I seem to have been here a few times since. So it it's a good training base for what we need. Yeah.
Absolutely. I see a lot of boxing, British boxing's best go out there. We've covered the rematch quite a bit in quite a bit of detail last time, so I'm going to skip over that today. But I do want to talk about a certain young man who fought back in Sheffield a few weeks ago now, Giorgio Visioli against Kane Baker. A step up in opponent, a tough danger man Kane Baker's been throughout his whole career, but Giorgio Visioli with a statement performance. Just looking back on that night, if I was to ask you to rate that performance from Giorgio out of 10, what would you give it?
Give it a 10 out of 10. You know, it's a 10 out of 10 for what he had in front of him. If you guys, you guys, you boxing fans, have got a really exciting future for Giorgio. He's a quality prospect, and you know what he dealt with in the USA, Las Vegas, 3 or 4 weeks prior to that was incredible. He turned some corners, or he showed me a few different levels that I knew would come within time. But he's a very good fighter. He's a great fighter, great box fighter, great readability, and he's going to go a very long way in the sport of boxing. As long as he keeps his head down, keeps doing what he's doing, and yeah, he's gonna go very far in this sport of boxing, 100%.
The one thing that I've been really impressed with out of all of it, not necessarily in the ring, but out the ring, he's got Eddie Hearn saying about, how he smashed up Kamel Moton to pieces in sparring, and Giorgio's just stayed so grounded about it and not boasted, not bragged about it, and just kept his head down. How important is it? And I guess you say, how rare is it for a fighter with as much hype as Giorgio behind him to not let that get to him and stay focused on the job that needs to be done still?
Well, yeah, he's kept his feet on the ground. You know, he's got a little way to go, as in, but he's going to get there a little bit quicker than most because of his talented nature and because he's gifted. God's gifted him with the ability he's got, and but no, he's got good people. He's got good parents around him, keeping his feet on the ground, and we're in show business, though. Let's not forget. So it's new to his mum and dad as well, him being in the public eye. But yeah, it's all new ground for Giorgio, but he's embracing it with open arms, and he's coming through with flying colours so far.
Absolutely. When can we next see young Giorgio Visioli out in the ring? When will he next be back?
Well, I'm hoping, fingers crossed. I contacted his manager contacted me a couple of days ago, and you know, could be not too far after Johnny Fisher's fight. Yeah, but I don't really know exactly when. But we're going to get him ready. He's taking a break now. He's taking a well-earned break. He's taking a well-earned break somewhere in Europe. I don't know. He did tell me. I'm sure he's gone back to Italy. I don't know. No, he's in Greece somewhere. Actually, he's in Greece somewhere. So he's taking a well-earned break, and he's going to tick over, day on day off basis over there. Little bit of running, a little bit of top work, and we'll ease him back as soon as we get back. We've already set up some sparring for him, but yeah, so yeah, I reckon around June, July.
Well, we look forward to the return of Giorgio Visioli. Just looking away and mainly here today to pick your brains on some of the big fights that we've seen and a really big fight coming up. But we'll go have a little blast from the past here quickly and just look at Benn versus Eubank Jr. at the weekend. I'm not sure how much of it you were able to catch out in camp, but from what you have seen and if you did watch the fight, what did you make of it?
fantastic. Saw it. How would we have not make time for that fight? We all enjoyed the performance from both fighters, Ben and Eubank. Quality. I mean, the scowl, the scowl on what it was on, but what they gave us in return was tremendous, and I never doubted it from a pair of them guys, and yeah, quality fight. The right man won, but it was very tight, a lot tighter than the scorecards, but the right man won, but cracking, and big up to both of them fighters and their teams for the performance they gave the fans. Yeah, for sure.
A lot of the talk in the build-up was all about the rehydration clause for Chris Eubank Jr. and how will that impact him on the night. Now that we've seen the fight and we've seen the impact, how do you feel it was maybe a right move from Matchroom to make as it brought the fight onto a much more even playing field come the ring walks and the fight itself?
Yeah, you just said it yourself. It certainly, for me, it made it an even playing field. The rehydration clause, that's for sure, because of the size and the experience and the age of Chris Eubank. But yeah, just just not get into that too much. They gave a great performance. They gave their hearts and souls to us. Yeah, great fight.
I think out of everything on the night, you'd think probably the most shocking thing would have been something that happened in the ring. But I think the biggest shock of all was Chris Eubank Sr. arriving at the 11th hour after a build-up where we thought they weren't communicating, they weren't talking. He pulls up WWE style. It was a real. It kind of just felt like we were watching a movie being filmed live. It was a monumental occasion, wasn't it?
It was exactly that. It was a monumental occasion, and it was a monumental a moment, and it was something that we all thought would have happened, but didn't really think it would, and it did, and all of our hearts go out to Senior for pulling up just like that. Yeah, for sure. You know, he done he did what a dad would do. Yeah.
And then just looking at the future, Eddie Hearn came out in the post-fight press conference and said that even in defeat, Conor Benn showed that he is now a world-class fighter. Who would you like to see Conor Benn face next, or would you like to see the rematch between him and Chris Eubank Jr.?
Well, it's difficult for me to say, to the truth, because I'm not in and around them. In and around them, I would like to see the rematch, and it would have to happen immediately, I believe, because of this rehydration. I'm not too sure if they can tweak the rehydration in the new contract. I don't know. So yeah, but yeah, they've both put themselves in positions for more big paydays,
Mm.
more life changing paydays. So credit to both men and credit to both teams for how they've manipulated that to happen. Fantastic for boxing.
Now, if it's not a rematch between the two, and we look around the landscape, a fight for Chris Eubank Jr. is against a man that you know very well, and Billy Joe Saunders. We saw him there Saturday night causing a bit of carnage and trying to get into the Eubank dressing room to inspect the hand wraps. First of all, what did you make of it when you saw that Billy Joe was trying to get into the dressing room to inspect the hand wraps? We saw the reports, but did we ever think it was really going to come to life?
Uh, Good move. Good move. There's another move to get under the skin of Junior, Eubank Jr. But credit to that big guy, that big guy Napa, I believe his name
Napa,
is.
yes, Napa.
Credit to him for being so solid in his nature and standing his ground.
Hmm.
And it was it would have got Chris Junior would not have liked that. I don't know Chris Junior, but I know he would not have liked that, and it was a good move if he could have slipped in. But yeah, but that big man was in front of that door, and he wouldn't allow it. So yeah.
I've just done an interview with Izzy Asif, who's become very close with Billy Joe Saunders, and said that he's been part of negotiations to make the fight happen. If the fight is to happen and Billy Joe is to come back into the ring, how do you see a fight between the two going?
Well, Billy's a natural. Billy's a natural. That's something you don't lose. it's something that you carry with you to your day, and you get wise with it. You should get wise with it, with that natural ability. Lifestyle and not living a life can catch up, with you, and not allow that natural ability to come through. But listen, if he was to get ready and take it serious, it's a good fight. It's certainly a fight that the world would like to see. That's for sure. I guarantee that. So
Uh,
yeah, so let's let's wait and see. Let's wait and see who's serious and who's not. It's there. It's there if he wants it for Billy Joe. Is it not?
I'd say it is there. Hearing from what Izzy Asif said both to me today
Yeah.
and on Talksport yesterday, it seems there is real life. Apparently, at one point last year, they were at the final hurdle and about to sign the contracts, but it fell through last minute. Would you be open to working with Billy Joe if he was to give you a phone call and say the fight's on the table and he can come back to the gym? Would you be open to work with him and bring him out to Fuerteventura into the training camps?
I'm open to work with all fighters that want to work with me. Yeah, but depends what's on my schedule. It depends. It depends. I'm a very loyal guy.
Mm.
If I start with someone, like I'm working with Johnny Fisher right now, started with him at the beginning, and it would have to fit into my schedule, regardless the size and the magnitude of it. It wouldn't be the first fight I turned down,
Fair enough.
and money I've lost.
Fair enough, Mark. Fair enough. For Connor Benn, big fights are being looked at, spoken about between him and Ryan Garcia, or him for the world title against Mario Barrios at welterweight. But if I could ask you for a name in that welterweight or super welterweight division, who would you like to see Conor Benn face next? Which one do you think puts the most bums on seats?
Josh, to be fair, I'm not up to date with them fighters you just mentioned. So it'd be unfair for me to say. But listen, the way Connor's team have
Hmm.
got him here. There's another big payday for him. 100%, 100 big bonus payday for him. And the way he fought the other night, big up to him. Big up to Connor Benn. Big up to him.
Absolutely.
Beautiful performance.
They both showed a lot of heart and a lot of
Yeah.
courage in there. But moving away from Eubank Jr. versus Ben, we saw the announcement just the following day, Sunday evening, that Oleksandr Usyk and Daniel Dubois will meet again, July 19th at Wembley Stadium. But I believe the first time that undisputed heavyweight action will take place on British soil. Who do you believe comes out on top this time?
Do you know what? I really think it's a cracking fight.
Hmm.
Look how far Daniel Dubois has come.
Hmm.
Yeah. And look at the performance he gave Oleksandr Usyk. I felt that was a kosher body shot. Still do now.
Hmm.
Um, his shot selection shows that he knows what he's doing with the southpaw, because southpaw and orthodox, when they fight each other, the jabs clash. The front foot's always fighting for control, but you could tell that Usyk just got just had that mastery control because of his vast amount of experience. But I believe he gave a great performance in the first one. Dubois did. I feel he knows, and he's grown in confidence since that. I mean, he's in a great place, Dubois, and he can win that fight. He can win that fight. He's a big natural heavyweight, and as I say, I felt that the shot selection he used in the first fight was all on song. Just Usyk a little bit more natural, and got control of that front foot and that backhand.
Hmm.
So yeah, but I still believe it's a cracking fight, and there's no better time for Dubois because of his performance of late, and he could only have grown in confidence, and he needed that. He needed to. He needed to. So if he's overconfident for this fight, he bloody well should be.
Absolutely. Just quickly going back to Ben Eubank, I've had another question pop into my head about it. Was it a lot of comparisons were made between the sons and the fathers? From what you can remember of that original fight between the fathers, how did that compare to the fight we saw between the sons on Saturday?
Well, I don't really like to make comparisons.
Mm,
It's unfair because it's a total different generation
mm,
uh, today and yesterday, and so I can't really make comparisons. It was monumental, like you say. It was big. It was big. It was a stadium sellout fight in Tottenham Hotspur, as we know, and I was very proud myself at the end when I saw that when I saw the event, here in Ventura, when I saw it on TV. I was very proud for both of them, what they've achieved. And it was about the dads and the names. I get it. It was about the dads and names, but they too gave their hearts and souls. Them two fighters, Ben and Eubank, and I won't make comparisons in them and their fathers because we've all got different fingerprints, as I said before, so we're all unique. We
absolutely.
can't do it exactly the same, and if we did, it'd be bloody boring to have seen it before. But great performance, great event, and going back to Ben Eubank, in their days, I actually boxed on their undercard quite a lot, and I was so that made it very special for me. Yeah, very special for me. And my father actually trained Nigel for the when they got the draw. Yeah.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, I was very proud. Yeah, very proud of and me living through their fathers
Yeah.
experiences fighting each other and seeing their sons made me feel a bit old, to tell the truth.
You feel it's a very unique kind of scenario that who knows if we'll ever see it again, where two fathers have such a strong rivalry, and 35 years on, the sons do it. Do you feel that's something we'll ever see again, or a once in a lifetime experience that maybe?
I probably won't see it. I hope you might see it, Josh. Remember our words. Remember our words.
Fair enough, Mark. Just back on Usyk Dubois, obviously you stated your cases for how Dubois can win. For Usyk, a bit of talk has been obviously we don't know what goes on inside the training camps, but just seeing what we've seen in the ring, people are saying maybe Usyk looks like he's a little bit on the slide. Father Time doesn't wait for anyone, and Usyk has had an extremely long career in boxing as a whole, not just pro boxing. Do you feel we might be in a bit of a situation here where Dubois may have caught Usyk at the perfect time, given the form and just the 2 years that he's had since that first date?
Yeah, absolutely. I believe it's perfect time for Dubois. Uh, Mentally, he's the best he can be. His first performance with Usyk was, he was on song. As I say, he knows how to hurt Usyk, and I really believe that Usyk will know that he's a dangerous competitor, Dubois, and yeah, perfect time for Dubois, as in like you say, father time for Usyk, and he's had a serious long career and some serious hard fights with heavyweights. So he's dealt with all our bloody heavyweights, and let's hope Dubois can deal with him this time, and yeah, free up that title, give all our bring the titles back to the UK.
Absolutely. If I was to ask you for a prediction on the night and how you think it's going to go, what would you say?
I'm backing Daniel Dubois. I'm backing Daniel because there's no better time for him.
Mm,
There's no better time for him. Yeah. So I'm backing Daniel.
absolutely. Mark, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for your time. Always good to speak, and we look forward to the rematch, Fisher versus Allen 2, coming up very soon. Hopefully, I'll be there. I'll see you then.
Lovely, Josh. Good to hear from you. Thank you for your time. God bless. Stay blessed, brother. See you soon.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Take care.